Have you ever had moments where something just clicks? You hear something or you see something and it suddenly changes the way you're thinking. In 2024, I had 7 of these moments that completely changed my life. It just flipped my perspective and I was like, whoa, I've been living my life wrong the entire time. Now, these aren't the usual bits of advices that you would have heard 1,000 times over. These are some lessons that I learned by personally experiencing them, by going through situations myself. So if you can spare just 10 minutes and watch this video till the end, maybe you'll get a new approach towards life and it will help you achieve your goals. So hit the like button and let me share my lessons that I learned through 2024 and I'm carrying forward to 2025. The first lesson is taking the leap of faith. I came across this inspiring quote by John Barrows, "Leap and the net will appear," that really resonated with me. Most of us, 90% of us, do not start a project in the fear that things will go wrong. This year, I wanted to get into the long content game, but procrastinated for the longest time, thinking that it will all fall apart. Now, we have all been there. You want to start something new, maybe a YouTube channel, or start a side business, or switch careers. But instead of acting upon it, we spend weeks imagining all sorts of things that can go wrong. What if I fail? What if I look stupid? What if everything breaks apart? I can't tell you how many times I have done that. And every time when I took that leap of faith, my first thought was, wait, that was it? That's what I was afraid of? Here's the magic. When you act, your mind stops inventing disasters and starts finding solutions for you. You realize that the safety net that you're craving for itself weaves when you make that jump. Lesson number 2, anxiety isn't your gut feeling. This is for all the people who are overthinking their every decision. Now, trust your gut is a common advice, but I feel that it is overused and can be easily misunderstood. What if the gut that you are being asked to trust isn't your instinct, but your anxiety? So many situations this year made me feel like this isn't feeling right, or something's missing, or this isn't going to end well. But I have to be honest that in most of it, it was me going out of the comfort zone that was making me anxious. Now, anxiety is loud, fearful, and full of what-if cases. It weaves up worst-case scenarios that will make you stop. Whenever you're faced with a decision, take a pause and think about the whole situation holistically. Ask yourself, am I acting out of fear or confidence? This pause can literally change everything. Now, conquering my fears, I learned my third lesson of making embarrassments my biggest win. Let me tell you a real story that happened with me. Now, sometime earlier this year, I was out with my friends discussing and having a laugh. We got really passionate discussing about a topic that we didn't realize that the whole restaurant, about 30 to 40 people, had completely shut up and were invested in our discussion. This was all because of my loud talking, how I was passionately expressing my opinions. And the moment I realized that there was pin drop silence around me, oh my god, I flushed and had panicked. It was a completely embarrassing moment for me. I wanted to crawl under a rock and disappear. However, we stopped talking, we apologized, and the whole restaurant continued with their affairs. Now, how did I make it a win was that embarrassing moment that made me want to hide myself actually brought in a lot of people to me who shared the same opinion. We were talking about something health related and protein intake. These people, they came up to me and told that how my opinions were very new, how they shared the same thoughts. In fact, I got into a contact with a nutritionist who was into doing all the study related to that topic. Now, I'm not saying that you should be completely unhinged and start talking loudly just for the sake of networking. What I'm simply trying to communicate is that mistakes seem huge to you at the moment, but most of the people, they forget them quickly. And for some, they might not even look as mistakes. Lesson number 4 is the freedom of being misunderstood. If you are someone who had a conversation where you left feeling that the other person has completely misunderstood you or your intentions, then this will help you. I cannot tell you the hours I have wasted contemplating that the other person is judging me. Whether having a conversation with my family or with my friends or even the comments on social media, it made me think that this person doesn't even know me. Why is he making such comments about me? Well, that was the catch. that person doesn't even know you, even if it's your family member, even if it's your closest friend. All of these people, they take parts of what they see, what they hear, or what they know about you, and what are their expectations from you. They will make a version that is outside the conventional norm and that doesn't suit them well. This doesn't mean that that version of theirs is you in reality. This is a hard pill to swallow, but no matter how much you try, you cannot control what someone else thinks of you. Instead of wasting energy and trying to change that, focus on who you are becoming, on what you want to become. Take feedback, discuss with people, but don't let negative or contrary opinions bring you down. The next lesson, which is one of the most important lessons for me, is clarity comes from taking action, not just thinking. Now, I was the kind of a person who would want the complete itinerary before going on a trip. But it always ended up taking up a lot of my time, and it also did not account for things that could go sidetracked that would jeopardize my whole plan. Now, this year, I wanted to start a side project, an ebook for people who are interested in starting the same business that I am currently doing. I spent weeks debating the structure, the flow, the theme, the name, what all has to be included, what not. I would sit there with my notebook, scribble down some thoughts, then tear away the page because nothing seemed perfect. The thought in my head was, once I'll have the perfect plan, I'll get started. But the perfect plan doesn't exist. One day, frustrated with all of this, I just decided to start. I sat down with my laptop and started writing whatever came to my mind. Now, it wasn't perfect, it wasn't mind-blowing, but it was the start, it was something. What happened next is what matters. As I started writing more and experimenting, I realized what worked and what doesn't work. I realized that action creates momentum and momentum leads to insights. If I had waited for the perfect plan, I would still be stuck. The lesson? You can't think your way into clarity, you have to act your way into your clarity. And talking about action, the next lesson is as important. Surround yourself with doers instead of dreamers. Your environment influences you much more than you think. It shapes up who you are and who you will become. There's a person A full of grand ideas, but nothing ever comes out of those ideas. At the same time, there's a person B who talks about an idea, gets up and do it. He doesn't really make much fuss about it, but shows the people that how this idea can be executed. I made an active call this year to surround myself with more of personality B type. Surround yourself with people who push your momentum. I'm going to continue doing the same in the next year as well. And the last lesson, patience pays off, but only if you stay consistent. Now, we are all told to be patient all the time, whether it's building a career or working on a relationship. They tell you just have patience and you'll see the results. Patience isn't just about waiting, it's about continuing to show up while you wait. Now, while making my content, having only patience would have meant that I put up a video and just wait for it to blow up. But if I rely just on that, then that day might not even come. I need to consistently show up to build trust and show the genuinity behind my actions. And that is exactly what I'm doing. Sharing my journey with all of you, that is helping me build a small community. Now, patience isn't passive. It's about showing up even when you don't see progress right away. Growth isn't always dramatic. It's the small, consistent steps that add up over time. And here are the 7 lessons that I learned this year that I'm carrying forward to 2025. I hope you like this video. Share it with someone who you think might find this helpful. I thought of doing something out of my regular content, out of regular Airbnb or business talks. Let me know what do you think about it. Do press the like button, that will indicate to me, and I will see you on the next video.